Hi, my name is Eckhart. I'm an organic farmer in Namibia for close to a decade now already. I farm with livestock and vegetables in the southeast of the country. And one of the critical parts of being an organic certified farmer is what you feed your livestock. Organic livestock needs to feed on organic fodder and feed. So it's a very integral part of how we handle our farm, how we handle our rangeland. We basically do not have too many options to feed our animals from off the farm. So unlike a conventional farmer who has got access to a lot of bagged feeds or baled grasses and so on in the commercial retail area, we actually grow the very vast majority of our organic feed on our own farms. We actually can really sustain our livestock from the farm quite comfortably. But there are some critical times when we need to think about what we feed them when we do need farm feed or when we need feed that is not grown on our farm. Such cases may be during a drought. So in that case, we have to be able to get fodder from a farm that's also organic certified. So for example, here we have some sorghum or some maize. If that's organically grown, we can feed that to our livestock. We also in Namibia can utilize our encroaching bush and make bush feed from it, or boscos. That's another option to get our animals fed organically from an organic source. What I do on my farm is I collect camel thorn pods. Also great sources of protein as well as energy for our organic animals is prosopis and anaboom. When it comes to supplementation, we have quite a few options because the animal livestock organic standards actually have a range of products available in order to ensure that the mineral feed and supplementation is getting done based on organic standards. For example, one of the big issues in Namibia is phosphates. Phosphates you can actually get from the feed suppliers in the form of P21. What is not allowed is urea. Urea is quite popular during the dry season because it actually offers a source of nitrogen that is not protein. And urea is not allowed because it's a synthetic substance. And the way it is being derived is on a chemical basis, so it's not allowed in organic agriculture. Other minerals, other trace elements and so on, you can also feed as long as they comply with the organic standards annexes. Maize is a high risk of GMO. Same thing goes for cotton, seed cake, or similar feeds. Those we actually cannot source freely from the feed suppliers because those feeds often do contain GMO contaminated sources of such fodder. So here's the reason why we do not do GMO in organic agriculture. Number one, the way GMOs are derived are technically against nature. You take genes from one species and insert them into the genes of another species. As a farmer, you can work with breeding in order to create an improved crop. GMO involves, unfortunately, very toxic chemicals, not only to the farmer having to apply those chemicals, herbicides such as glyphosate come into mind, or dicamba, which is also a very toxic chemical. Some of these chemicals are known to cause cancer in humans, but these chemicals are also on the feedstuff later on, and they actually affect the rumen microbes of our cattle and our sheep when they eat such feeds. So animals getting fed on a diet of GMO crops, number one, this is not really what animals eat as a main diet or as a main staple. They do not eat and feed on corn and seeds. They feed on grasses, on roughage. But the other thing is, of course, those chemicals, it just is not natural. The other thing why we as organic farmers have a real problem with it is the whole GMO cultivation program is based on giving away the seed sovereignty to multinational companies. They sell a license to the farmer that's actually growing these GMO crops. You are not allowed to save your seeds and save them for the next season in order to grow the next season's crops. Basically cultivate the best cultivars from the previous season. So it takes away the sovereignty of the farmer to work with what he has or she has grown on their own land. Maize and cotton are the ones that are over 90% of what's getting cropped under GMO, and that is not good for nature. There are simply no monocultures in nature. As you can see here, apart from your cash crop here, you also have other plants growing here. This is how nature works. It's diversified and it's healthy. It's a functioning ecosystem. And actually, when I came in here, there was a lot of birds actually feeding on the bugs that are sitting here on the crops. In the realm of organic livestock farming, sustainable feeding practices are fundamental. By prioritizing locally sourced GMO-free feed and innovative solutions, farmers uphold the principles of organic agriculture while ensuring the well-being of their livestock.